นอกจากไครเมียเมืองอื่นๆในภาคตะวันออกของยูเครนซึ่งอยู่ติดกับรัสเซียมีการลุกฮือต่อต้านรัฐบาลรักษาการของยูเครนและมีการชุมนุมเรียกร้องให้จัดประชามติแยกตัวเป็นเอกราชและรวมเป็นส่วนหนึ่งของรัสเซียเหมือนที่ไครเมีย
What if other states, especially the eastern part of Ukraine, if they hold referendum just like Crimea and they want to break away from Ukraine, they want to join Russia as well because there's a number of Russian-speaking population along the eastern area of Ukraine. Would Russia also accept them?
It's difficult to say now because you see we are against this integration of Ukrainian state. I said that Crimea is a special case, but what we know the situation in southeastern regions. They want, as you tell, they are protesting against the behavior of central authorities. They want more rights. They want their rights to be guaranteed by the central government. So there are many sentiments in favor of, so to say, breaking with Ukraine and so on and so on. Well, we do not support such things. We don't support such things. We only ask and demand from the Ukrainian authorities to honor their rights, to guarantee their rights, because it will be the best way out. Widely speaking, we may say about the whole Ukraine, because if there will be constitutional reform, real democratic constitutional reform, if the opinions and the interests of all parts of Ukraine, including not only central and western, but eastern, southeastern, will be taken into consideration. If the people will be represented in the central government, there will be no problem. So that's the way out. That's the way to pacify the situation, to settle this turmoil now in Ukraine. This is our position, and we're asking our partners in the United States and the European Union to help Ukrainian authorities to do that, to encourage them for such, so to say, constitutional reform. Otherwise, it will be a very violent situation. It will continue. It will lead to more troubles and to more manifestations of, so to say, which you say about the independence calls and something like that.
How would Russia treat the minorities in Crimea, like Ukrainians or Muslim Tatars?
Yes, it was declared by the authorities, Crimean authorities, that first of all, there were three official languages: Russian, Ukrainian, and Crimean Tatars, local language of local Tatars. Then the Tatars will be given posts in the government and in parliament. So they will be given money for their resettlement in Crimea, because you know they are returning from other places. So there will be financial support for their resettlement in Crimea. So there will be no discrimination of Tatars. And it is written, and it was special laws will be accepted. And the Russian Federation, the Russian Parliament, accepted it and proved that really all these, so to say, acts will be done by the Russian Federation. So there are guarantees for Tatars. There is guarantees for Ukrainians who are living there. So all their rights will be guaranteed in reality.
Ambassador, do you still personally talk to any Ukrainian friends that you might have?
Well, I talked to Ukrainian ambassador here, of course. He is also very much troubled and, so to say, frustrated with the situation in Ukraine, and understand him because it's practically this unhappy situation also is to the detriment of the Ukrainian people, and of course it's we're very much upset also by this situation. But you see, we have to defend our interests. And we have to defend the people who are asking us for assistance, I mean Crimeans. But of course, as I told you, we want the settlement of the situation by peaceful means, by democratic means, but not military means.
Ambassador, is there going to be a war? Everyone is talking about how this is like a remake of the Cold War between Russia and the West.
There will be no war because always lived with our Ukrainian friends and brothers in peace. We know that it's our common history. We have a long-standing traditions and friendship with the Ukrainian population because we always live for many, many years, many centuries, we live in one country. And we have very close interactions and ties because, you know, several million Russians are living in Ukraine and millions of Ukrainians are living in Russia. So the families are mixed and we never are going to start any war against brother people. But much depends on the authorities. Much depends on their behavior. Because if they will have a hostile policy towards Russia, will not invade Ukraine. But we will oblige to answer all their so to say, provocation and so on. But we will never fight. We will never go with war against Ukraine. We never do it.
But there's no way that Crimea is going to go back to Ukraine.
No. It's decided because it's will of the people.
That is like done and
It is
over
done.
with.
It's already done.